Mr. Melvin Yong.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of the bill, which seeks to extend police powers to better prevent and respond to any incident involving serious violence or large-scale public disorder in Singapore. As a former police officer myself, I can understand and appreciate fully the challenges faced by our police officers on the ground daily. Our police officers place their lives at risk constantly, and this risk increases immensely in the event of an attack. While others are running away from the threat, our officers must run towards and seek to defuse the threat. In my view, the powers proposed in the bills are necessary and timely. It will help our police and other home team officers better carry out their job to save lives. Mr. Speaker, MHA's Singapore Terrorism Threat Assessment Report 2017 found that terrorism threat to Singapore remains the highest in recent years. Singapore continues to be a prize target of regional and global terrorist organizations. Over the years, our intelligence and law enforcement agencies have managed to act swiftly and discreetly to foil the attempts of foreign JI and ISIS militants in carrying out an attack in Singapore. But terrorism threats to our country are not confined to within our borders. In August 2016, the Indonesian authorities foiled a plot by a Batam-based terrorist group, which had intended to launch a rocket attack against the Marina Bay Sands using Batam as a launch point. In recent years, we have also seen a rise in the number of self-radicalized individuals influenced by extremist ideologies to target Singapore. Clearly, the threat to Singapore has increased tremendously, and our legislation needs to evolve in tandem to combat these threats. Under the bill, the Minister for Home Affairs is empowered to issue an activation order if a serious incident affecting public safety has occurred. Such an order must describe the general nature of the incident, specify the period or periods during which the activation order has effect, and authorize the Commissioner of Police to exercise the special powers under the provision of this bill. The Commissioner of Police is given the flexibility to then decide the targets of special powers depending on the evolving operational needs. I agree that this is important and time-critical for the police, especially in the event of multiple attacks, such as the November 2015 attacks in Paris, which saw a series of coordinated terrorist attacks in multiple locations. However, who makes the operational call that these multiple incidents are connected? In the May 2017 Manchester concert bombing, there was a separate security incident which prompted an evacuation of a shopping mall in Manchester. Some thought that it was a coordinated attack, but investigations later revealed that it was unrelated to the concert bombing. My question then is whether the subsequent incidents must have a nexus to the original incident, or should the minister be required to issue a new activation order if the subsequent incidents are seemingly unrelated to the first incident? Who then makes the call if incidents are related or not to the first incident? Mr. Speaker, the bill also serves to empower the police to issue a communications stop order to prevent sensitive information from being disseminated to the detriment of operational secrecy, as well as the safety of the public and police officers. I'm supportive of this. Allow me to cite a few examples. In the manhunt for the Boston Marathon bombers, live reports showing key police operations helped the suspects to evade capture for about 4 days. In the Manila bus hostage incident, the live broadcast of impending police operations to storm the bus further agitated the hostage taker, who executed several hostages before he was eventually taken down. Having a communication stop order imposed in such scenarios would help protect operation secrecy, prevent critical information from leaking to the suspects via media, and more crucially, prevent the loss of innocent lives. However, it is a known fact that the initial 30 minutes after an incident occurs is a key period where every information collected is vital for the authorities to make sense of what is happening. This is also why our police has been advocating the concept of run, hide, and tell. Where possible, tell the police as soon as you can where you are and what is happening. How can we, in the event of a terrorist incident, strike a balance between run, hide, and tell with the imposition of a communications stop order? Going back to the Boston Marathon bombing, the big breakthrough in identifying the suspects came from a photo taken by a spectator watching the race from across the street. We would need to make sure that any communications ban would not inadvertently end up harming police investigations. Mr. Speaker, Section 28 of the bill empowers a police officer to direct persons operating unmanned aircrafts or drones and autonomous vehicles away from an area. However, to do so, the police officer is required to locate the person operating the drone or autonomous vehicle. Drone technology is advancing rapidly. Upcoming models will soon be able to operate beyond an operator's visual line of sight. How would our police officers be able to find the drone operator if the drone in question is far away from the operator? Similarly, autonomous vehicle technology is advancing towards a level of autonomy where a human will not be required to be in the car. How would the police officer direct an autonomous vehicle away in such an instance? These are questions that MHA would need to think about carefully as technology advances further. Mr. Speaker, due to the heightened terrorist threat, the additional powers in this bill are essential for the police. The Public Order and Safety Special Powers Bill is an important part of the government's ongoing counter-terrorism efforts, coming after the Public Order Amendment Bill and the Infrastructure Protection Bill, which were passed last year. The powers to protect the integrity of tactical operations will enable the police to carry out their mission by choosing the best tactical options available without having to worry that the terrorists can watch their actions live, anticipate their actions, and ambush them around the next corner. The proposed amendments serve to ensure that our police will not be caught without the powers they require to safeguard lives and property when an attack occurs. Keeping us safe and secure every day is not an easy task, and our home team has done and continues to do an incredible job. Mr. Speaker, I support the bill.